So I first got involved with Furious Flower when I applied into the Kumanyaka Legacy Seminar, um, and I've continued to come back and do all the legacy seminars since. So I did the Kumanyaka, I did the Nikki G, and then I did the hockey Madhubuti. So this is an exciting week, right? Because I see this as an opportunity for Furious Flower, which is like all the beautiful things that Furious Flower does and that I've seen in those legacy seminars. It seems like this is a week to put something together that can really expand the reach of what Furious Flower does and really get it into the hands of teachers who are going to get it into the hands of students in places that may not have even known that this existed. You know, when I was invited to the Kumanyaka to the Kumanyaka seminar, I hadn't heard of Furious Flowers. So I think that this is something that will provide an opportunity for like the great work and the community that's built here to be expanded into other places. The thing that excites me about the project, I mean, there are multiple things that excite me about the project. One is just being able to come in and do the work and work with this anthology. In prepping for being here, I was able to read through all the poems in the anthology. They're all brilliant. So I feel like having this be a text that makes its way into the educational spaces is going to be a really great thing. So I'm excited about that. But then I'm excited about being able to collaborate with the community that we put together and first of all, learn some new tricks, but also be able to kind of have a synergy with some of the people in the room to just have creative lesson plans and different ways of accessing these poems, these histories, and you know, just having an expanded reach. I think black poetry has always been an important thing, right? It's always been a site of resistance. It's been a site of creation, like a site of respite and solace, a site of community, support, self-love, and a place of giving love. And I feel like we're at a moment in history where that's more necessary than ever. At this particular juncture where, you know, you hear things in the media about critical race theory being under attack, and the idea of sharing history and teaching real history as something that, you know, that at the state level at least there's efforts to legislate that out of existence. To have the work that's being done this week as a means of pushing back against that and a means of creating something that can, you know, be a support system for teachers who do want to engage in this kind of work. I think that that's, you know, that's something that's a driving force in being here and doing the work that we're doing. Furious Flower Poetry Center matters just because it is such a hub of creativity and community. And what is it, one of two sites for black poetry on the East Coast? So it's important that there are places like this that exist so that people can come together and do the kind of work that we're doing right now. And look to the past for guidance, but also look to the future for you know, more creative juice, creative energy, more synergy, you know, just like the anthology says, seeding the future of African American poetry. I think that that's not a cliche, right? That's a real thing that's happening. Poetry is life, it's living, right? So it's, I mean, without poetry, you're living in black and white, right? Poetry adds color to the world. It allows you to see, it allows you to express, experience, from the creative side and also from the side of just reading a poem. You know, I think about my family and, you know, just moments in just the history of my family where I pulled out my phone and just read a poem, right? Gone for a walk and something was notable and it reminded me of a poem, and, you know, we read a poem, and then everyone is like, oh, here comes Dad with the poems. But then they appreciate that, you know, it adds something to the experience, it adds context, it adds meaning, so that it is meaningful, and it is a way for it is a way to process what's happening in the world, and to know that you're not alone in those feelings that you're feeling, whatever they are, with sadness, love, anger, or whatever. It's a way to know that there's a community around you.